Hello, welcome to Straight Talk Africa. It's Wednesday, May 15th. I am Shaka Sali.
And hello, Shaka. Happy Wednesday to you and to all our viewers and listeners. I'm Mariama Diallo, your social media reporter.
As the African Union is gearing up to mark 50 years in existence, today we'll discuss and analyze the brainchild of Kwame Nkrumah's dream of African unity as to whether it's a myth or a reality.
And coming up later in our STA inbox, you, our audience, have weighed in on our topic through your emails and Facebook comments, and we'll reveal some of them ahead on Straight Talk Africa.
The Organization of African Unity was established on May 25, 1963 in the Ethiopian capital of Addis Ababa with 32 signatory governments. It was disbanded on July 9, 2002 by its last chairperson, then South African President Thabo Mbeki. It was replaced by the African Union, whose independent member states now number 54. My colleague Paul Cisco has more.
African unity, fact or fiction, myth or reality. Like democracy and freedom for all, African unity is an ideal, one that is being contemplated, strived for, and dreamed about as Africa Day approaches. Erastus Mwencha is the deputy chairperson of the African Union Commission.
As we celebrate Africa's Day today, we should also use this opportunity to celebrate Pan-Africanism and to reflect on Nkrumah's legacy and vision on where we stand today with regard to our continental unity.
We must avert our minds to the ideals that Kwame Nkrumah represents, the ideals of unity, of development, of peace and progress, and commit ourselves to remain loyal to these ideals.
The African Day may be going to make people to think about Africa even just for one day, and to believe that Africa is going to be really the future of the world.
But not everyone agrees with the musician's optimism.
A lot of millions of Africans are suffering on poverty. The children are dying, and the leader, they are not looking about it. So African, they have nothing to celebrate.
Well, I don't think there's anything to celebrate because considering ever since the day we got independence as Africans, we ended up colonizing our own selves. I mean, take an example of Museveni, Uganda, Mugabe in Zimbabwe. I mean, there's nothing to celebrate in Africa. We have all this and everything, but we can't actually utilize the resources and whatever the colonizers left us with. Our own leaders are colonizing us now.
African unity can only be achieved through will. It's a dream to see Africans lift themselves up. We need to encourage good governance, help our fellow citizens. It can only be done with complete devotion and the will of Africa's youth. Young Africans are the hope for development.
50 years after Africa's forefathers met in Addis Ababa, the dream of Kwame Nkrumah and African unity remains elusive. The 54 African member states now meet in the Chinese-built African Union Conference Center in Addis, seeking to mend their own political divides and still seeking the dream of a truly united Africa for all Africans. Paul Cisco, VOA News.